It was wintertime in Equestria. Maritime Bay was getting ready for Hearthwarming Eve. Ponies everywhere were decorating, singing carols, shopping for gifts, and preparing all the festive activities with their families. One group of friends who were especially excited were Sunny Star Scout and all her friends. At that moment, they were getting ready for the big holiday. This is so exciting to be getting ready for Hearthwarming Eve with all of you guys. I know, said Zip. It's gonna be cool to start a new tradition, right, sis? It sure is, said Pip. There's nothing I like doing more on the holiday than singing hearth carols.
I can't wait to do all the cool decorating and exchanging gifts, said Izzy.
Well, I know Sparky's excited, said Hitch. I do miss spending the holidays with my dad, said Sunny, but I'm looking forward to starting new traditions with you guys. And now that magic is back in Equestria, it's sure to be a magical hearthwarming. Not so fast, yelled a voice. An angry pony stormed into the station. It was Posey. I am not going to allow any magic to happen here in Maritime Bay, she exclaimed. What? Everyone gasped. Now you listen here, Posey, Sunny started to say. No, you listen, yelled Posey. We cannot use magic. Not every pony has perfected it yet. It's far too dangerous. You saw what happened when the ponies tried to use their magic, especially the earth ponies. Magic has caused more harm than good. I am not going to allow my holiday to get ruined by all of that. She does have a point there, said Zip. Sunny tried to explain the importance of magic to Posey and why it's best to use it, but Posey didn't listen. We have never celebrated our holidays with magic before, and it wouldn't be traditional if we started using it now, is it? Posey said pedantically. Hitch replied, Yes, traditions are important, but you saw what happened when magic was held back. It caused a lot of trouble, and I don't care, Posey snapped. Since you're the sheriff of this town, I demand that you pass a law banning the use of magic during this time of year. After that, Posey broke into a song, solidifying her point to keep magic off livings. After she finished, she continued, There you have it. You wouldn't want to disappoint your Grammy Figgy by doing things your way, would you? Of course not, Hitch said. So, pass the law, Posey smirked. You know you'll be really responsible sheriff if you would. Hitch hesitated, and then said, Okay, but when things go wrong because magic was held back, I'll tell every pony that this law was your idea. Sunny gasped. Hitch, are you crazy? Trust me on this, Sunny, said Hitch. Good, said Posey. And any pony who uses magic, you'd better arrest them. Then she stormed out of the station. Hitch started running up the law that Posey had ordered. Sunny tried to talk him out of it, but he assured Sunny everything would be okay. The next morning, Hitch called a town meeting announcing the new law stating that using magic is forbidden during the hearthwarming season. Every pony was disappointed and outraged at this announcement, but decided to carry on with their holiday as best as they could. Once the meeting was over, Hitch returned to the lighthouse when he and his friends hung out. Hitch, you have some explaining to do about what you just did, said Sunny. I know what you all are thinking, said Hitch, and that's exactly why we're all here. We need to talk about Posey. She's been acting very stingy lately. Yes, said Zip. That does seem a bit suspicious to me.
No doubt about it. She has been quite a Scrooge, said Izzy.
I've known Posey for a long time, and she has been quite the pessimist, said Sunny. However, this is much different. She really stooped to a new low. Doesn't she realize we need to use magic to hold every pony together? True that, said Pip. She needs to be taught a lesson. That's exactly what we're gonna do, said Hitch. The thing is, I don't know how we're going to do it. I think we should brainstorm some ideas. Izzy's stomach growled.
But first, a snack, she giggled.
Pip's stomach growled. My stomach thinks that's a good idea too, she blushed. Seriously? Said Sunny. We don't have time to goof around. Chill out, Sunny, said Hitch. We can brainstorm while we snack. Ever heard of multitasking? I guess you're right, said Sunny. Twilight Sparkle was great at that. So the ponies had a snack together and started brainstorming some ideas. In order to get Posey to change her mind, said Zip, we need to know more about her. What motivates her? We also need to show her things going that she doesn't know about and show her the consequences that could come. Hearing all this gave Sunny an idea. I remember an old mare's tale about some pony who tried to wipe hearthwarming off the calendar.
Oh, I know that story too, said Izzy. How about we pull off something like that for Posey?
That's just what I was thinking, said Sunny. Now here's the plan. I've known Posey longer than the rest of you, so Zip, I'm going to tell you what I know and have you do research on them. Detective work is my forte, said Zip. Sunny continued. Pip, I want you to reach out to your pipsqueak and see if there's anything going on that Posey should know about.
On it,
said Pip, whipping out her phone. Izzy, Sunny continued, you're going to create the scenes for Posey to see.
I'm getting right to it, said Izzy. Maximum sneaky.
And Hitch, said Sunny, it's your job to make sure no pony else interferes with our scheme. I won't let you down, Sunny, said Hitch. Time to put Operation Save Holiday into action, said Sunny. And off everyone went to work on their part of the project. Soon, it was the night before hearthwarming. The main five hid in the bush outside Posey's house. Posey walked inside her house, not noticing the other ponies. Good, said Sunny. She doesn't see us. Okay, Hitch, you're up. Do I look all right? Hitch asked, wearing a freaky costume. You look perfect, said Sunny.
You can thank me later,
winked Izzy. Back in her bedroom, Posey was about to go to bed when she heard some ghostly moans and hoofsteps. She got a little scared, thinking someone was in her house. Thinking it was just her imagination, she proceeded to bed. All of a sudden, Hitch broke into Posey's bedroom through the door. Posey screamed in terror and hid under the blanket. Posey, Hitch moaned. Posey peeked out through the blanket.
What do you want? Who are you? She asked.
Posey, don't you recognize your old grandpappy? Posey blinked.
Grandpa? Is that you? But you passed away 20 years ago.
Yes, but I am a spirit now, explained Hitch.
What happened to you? Asked Posey. You look so different.
Well, explained Hitch, when I was around, there was no magic in Equestria. We never really understood it, and whenever some pony thought it brought back, I always tried to avoid it, much like what you're doing right now. As you can see, what happened to me in the afterlife, the lack of magic has led to serious consequences. Once you get there, the same will happen to you, only worse. Posey gasped.
Oh no, I don't want that. Is there a way I can avoid it?
Yes, said Hitch. Since you are still alive, you still have a chance. Tonight, you will be visited by 3 ghosts. Listen carefully to everything they say to you, and maybe you will change your outlook on magic.
I will, Grandpappy, said Posey.
And hopefully I can free you from these terrors you're going through. That's some wishful thinking, said Hitch. But focus on yourself first and worry about me later. Farewell, my granddaughter. Hitch drifted away back outside.
Way to go, Hitch,
whispered Izzy. All right, said Sunny. Let's give Posey some time to settle in first, and then it's my turn to visit her. Posey got to bed. After about an hour or so, Zip and Pip set up a big spotlight in front of Posey's window. Okay, Pip whispered. You're on. They turned on the spotlight. A super bright light shined into Posey's room, waking her up and blinding her. Sunny came in through the window, and as soon as she was in, Zip turned off the lights. When Posey's eyes adjusted, she saw Sunny wearing a white robe, and she on her head a wreath with white candles on it. Greetings, Posey, Sunny said. Forgive my intrusion. I am the ghost of hearthwarming past. Are you one of the spirits who I was told would come visiting me tonight? Asked Posey. I am indeed. What brings you here? Asked Posey. It has come to my attention that you have a grudge towards magic, answered Sunny. I am here to show you your past, to show how you have evolved into the pony you are today. Is this necessary? Asked Posey. Yes, answered Sunny. Touch my robe and I will show you. Posey got out of her bed and touched Sunny's robe. Suddenly, everything around her got all swirly until she found herself at a place she hadn't seen in years. Hey, Posey said. I know this place. It's my old school. And there's me as a little filly. I'm sure you may remember this year, said Sunny. Oh, yeah, said Posey. My class had a secret Santa gift exchange that year. Yes, said Sunny as the flashback continued to play. Every pony got a gift that year. Except for you. Posey then saw herself crying. I remember. The pony who was my secret Santa was sick that day and couldn't come to the party. I was so heartbroken that day. Maybe that's what made me hate the holidays so much. There's more to it than that, said Sunny. It gets much worse. Watch. Posey then saw herself upset during recess. She got hit by a snowball. A young Sprout and other bully ponies laughed and mocked her for not getting a present. Sprout then pretended to be a unicorn, putting a pencil on his forehead and poked Posey with it, saying he was going to fry her brains. The other bullies joined in. Their fun continued to escalate until Posey decided she couldn't take it anymore. She screamed at the top of her lungs, trying to make them stop. However, their teacher happened to be there, and finding her destructive behavior to be unacceptable, she sent her to the principal. Talk about adding insult to injury, right? Said Sunny. Yes, I remember. I got in trouble with my parents too, and they punished me by taking all my presents back to the store. That was the worst heartwarming of my life. No, it wasn't, said Sunny. You had a much worse one later on. Let's flash forward to your high school days. The scene transitioned again. Posey saw her old high school and teenage version of herself. She was with another cult. Ah, I had so many good memories in high school. There I am with my high school sweetheart, Jackfruit. I remember how much I was in love with him. Yes, but it was too good to last, said Sunny, narrating the shadows that were being shown. That was that heartwarming eve in your senior year when you were going to propose to him. You had your ring and everything. However, the day when you finally had your chance to propose, before you could say anything, he told you that he was moving away, never to come back again. Posey remembered. You're right. That was much worse than not getting a present. I had to let go of my one true love. There is nothing cool about a broken heart, said Sunny. Now I see what made me so unhappy whenever it was heartwarming eve, said Posey. Ponies don't show me any more spirit. I couldn't stand to look at these bad memories anymore. Very well, said Sunny, but remember, these are but shadows of your past. Don't blame me. You're the one who made them. Next thing she knew, Posey was back in her bedroom, and Sunny was nowhere in sight. Posey went back to bed, but she didn't go back to sleep right away, for she knew the second ghost was going to appear any minute. Back outside, the ponies prepared for their next phase. Way to go, Sunny, said Zip. You killed it. I so wish I had live-streamed that, said Pip. Hopefully she's starting to get the idea now, said Hitch. Well, we'll see after the next phases, said Sunny. You ready, Izzy?
As ready as spaghetti,
said Izzy, who was wearing a Santa hat and a red, white, and green festive outfit with lots of glitter.
I need to think of a more original entrance. Hitch got in through the door, Sunny got in through the window. I should go in through...
Back in Posey's bedroom, she just couldn't stop thinking about all those traumatizing memories she was shown. All of a sudden, crash! Izzy came crashing in through the roof, startling Posey.
Woohoo!
Cheered Izzy.
Happy heartwarming!
Look what you did to my roof! Shouted Posey.
Oopsie, my bad,
said Izzy. She used her magic to fix the roof.
Ta-da! Good as new!
Who might you be? Asked Posey.
I'm the ghost of heartwarming presents, said Izzy. I'm here to show you what the holiday is really like today and how fun it is.
I never thought this day was all that fun, honestly, said Posey.
Well, after tonight you will, said Izzy with a wink. Come on, hop on my back.
Posey hesitantly climbed onto Izzy's back. Where are we going? She asked.
To Town Square,
said Izzy. Izzy galloped through Posey to a vision of Maritime Bay on heartwarming morning. She could see lots of ponies having a lot of fun. Izzy broke into a song explaining all their traditions and what makes them so fun. Posey slowly got into the groove and started getting more enthusiastic over it as well. As soon as the song was over, Posey could now speak. Spirit, I had no idea there was so much fun going on this time of year, said Posey.
Well, not every pony has such privileges, said Izzy. Let me show you some ponies who are not.
Izzy took Posey to a nearby glen. There, they saw 3 ponies decorating for the holidays. A purple Pegasus named Violet Sparklestar was practicing singing carols. A white Pegasus named Moth Monsoon was working on the decorations. An orange unicorn named Kennedy Pawprint was putting presents under the tree. I am so excited to spend heartwarming eve together, said Violet. Indeed, said Maeve. I think the decorations look superfluous. I find the silver, blue, and white need much more unique than red, white, and gold.
I just can't wait for little Xavier to get here so I can help him put the star on the tree, said Kennedy. At that moment, an off-white unicorn named Crystal Coaster came galloping in with a small blue male earth pony named Xavier Cling riding on her back. Whoa, that was fun, said Xavier. Anything for you, little buddy, said Crystal. Xavier, you're just in time, said Kennedy. Are you ready to put the star on the tree? I sure am, Kennedy, said Xavier. Okay, said Kennedy, handing Xavier the star. Get on my shoulders, buddy. Xavier climbed onto Kennedy's shoulders, and he placed the star on top of the tree. He did it! Cheered Violet. Yeah! Roared Crystal. Oh, simply marvelous, said Maeve. Now the celebrating can begin, said Kennedy. Xavier started to get really hyped up, but then he started coughing. Kennedy tended to his knees as he got too excited. Posey observed as they all sat down for dinner. They sure are happy for a group of ponies don't have much, said Posey. Yes, but they were all happy just to be together, said Izzy. That's what heartwarming is all about. I'm a little concerned about that little guy, said Posey. He's very ill, said Izzy. Though with them not being allowed to use magic, they were unable to cure his sickness. Oh my goodness, said Posey. Do you think he's going to die? I do see an empty seat and a hat without an owner, said Izzy. If these shadows remain unchanged, I fear he may die. Posey looked at Xavier again, and then looked back at Izzy, who all of a sudden looked different. She now had a handkerchief around her head, wrinkles on her face, and her mane and tail were now ghost white. I don't mean to sound rude, said Posey, but why are you a granny all of a sudden? I age very fast, said Izzy. My lifespan here is very brief. Just then, bells were heard striking 12. What's that? Asked Posey. The strike of midnight, said Izzy. That means my time has come. Spirits, don't leave me, cried Posey. I have so many questions. Nothing Posey could say or do could stop the bells. All she could do was hear Izzy's final words. I'm sorry, Posey, said Izzy as she faded away. You will have to save all your friends from the ghosts of heartwarming yet to come. But the time the 12th bell rang, Izzy was gone, leaving Posey all alone. Off to the side, Zip and Pip were getting ready for their turn. Zip climbed onto Pip's shoulders and put on a long black robe. You ready to do this, Pip? Asked Zip. Pip groaned. You had to call dibs on the top half, didn't you, Zip? Of course, said Zip, 'cause I know how to be much more intimidating. Besides, you owe me big time after all that stuff you put me through. I suppose, said Pip. But let's cap this off with a bang. Meanwhile, Posey was still all alone in the middle of nowhere. She saw nothing but fog all around her. When is that third ghost going to get here, she wondered. I need some answers. Suddenly, there was a flash of lightning, and Zip and Pip appeared before Posey, luring over her. Posey was terrified. Are you the ghost of heartwarming yet to come? Yes, said Zip. I am here to show you what the future could look like if you don't change your ways. Well, in that case, said Posey, I must ask this one question. What will happen to Xavier Carrot? Pip stamped her scythe and waved her other hoof to show a vision of the same glen Posey saw earlier. This time, there were no decorations, and the glen looked gloomier than before. The 4 ponies of 4 were there, but were taking a vow of silence as they were all very sad. Xavier was nowhere to be seen. Kennedy held his hat. She held it close to her as a tear dropped slowly from her eye. She then slowly placed the hat on Xavier's old seat, which had a tombstone next to it. Oh no! Moaned Posey. Now do you see what the lack of magic has caused? Asked Zip. I had no idea, said Posey. I didn't want this to happen. It gets much worse, said Zip. Observe the rest of Equestria. Zip showed Posey visions of Bridalwood, Zephyr Heights, and Maritime Bay. All the races were in their respective districts and refused to interact with one another to use magic. Not only that, but there was nothing but hatred and distrust towards every pony, even to their own races, so much so that there was zero happiness to be found anywhere. Oh my, said Posey, that must be what I look like to every pony. You see, Posey, explained Zip, without magic, Equestria has no happiness whatsoever, and as it continues to build, Equestria could be gone for good. At that moment, Pip started singing a dark and suspicious song about the terrors, with Zip lip-syncing. The shadows got even worse as a snowstorm came in and intensified. Wendigos appeared, wiping out the ponies from existence. Then, to cap it all off, a large void appeared in the middle of Maritime Bay, gradually growing, causing ponies to plow through it. "No!" cried Posey. "Spirit! I don't want any of this to happen! Please, tell me I can fix this! I'll change! I'll change!" Posey then fell through the void herself as Zip laughed maniacally. Suddenly, Posey woke up. She was back in her bedroom, and it was morning. "What happened?" said Posey. "Did I just dream that whole thing?" Posey walked outside. Another pony walked by her house. "Excuse me," Posey said to the pony. "What day is it?" "Look at your watch, you fool," said the pony before trotting off. Posey looked at her watch. "It's Hearthwarming Eve," she said. "I haven't missed it. I still got a chance. I gotta talk to Hitch." Posey ran back to the sheriff's station where Hitch was waiting for her. "Hitch Trailblazer!" she shouted. "Ah, so I see you've returned," said Hitch. "Hitch," said Posey, "I take back that law I proposed. I want you to declare it null and void right now." "Sorry, Posey," said Hitch. "I can't do that." "What?" Posey said. "But I changed my mind. I want to allow magic back." "No can do," said Hitch. "The law is set in stone. We can't make any changes until the next election, which is in 4 years. 4 years?" Posey gasped. "But I want to withdraw it now. I'm sorry about what I said. Please, Hitch, I'll do anything to avoid that law." The other 4 mains popped in from out of nowhere and quietly asked, "Did you say anything?" Sunny stepped out and approached Posey. "We have provided for you a list of things to do today," she said, handing a piece of paper to Posey. "Once you complete all these tasks, then we'll void your law." "What?" said Posey, annoyed. "I have to do all this? I won't do it." "Okay then, I guess magic will just have to stay banned forever then," said Hitch. This made Posey jump. "Okay, I'll do it," she said and rushed off. "Be back in a flash." Hitch laughed. "I knew she'd come around." Posey looked at her list and ran around Maritime Bay, performing each task as best as she could. She wished every pony she met a happy hearthwarming, decorated buildings, sang carols with other ponies, delivered presents, gave to ponies in need, and other good deeds, and she did it all with a smile. The last stop she made was the glen where the 5 ponies she saw in the vision last night hung out. She helped upgrade their holiday like they wouldn't believe. She gave a very special gift to Xavier Carrot, who, thanks to Posey, did not die and became just as good a friend to her. By the end of the day, Posey had finished all her tasks, and she returned to the sheriff's station. "I've completed everything," said Posey, "and I gotta say, it felt good to do all those good deeds." "Well, I'm glad you did," said Sunny. "That's what the holiday's all about," said Izzy. "And because you saw the true meaning of the holidays," said Hitch, "I am hereby declaring the no magic law null and void." This made every pony so happy. When Hitch announced that magic was allowed again, every pony made the most out of their magic, making their homes look more beautiful than ever. After all that, the ponies all sang a wonderful carol and had the merriest hearthwarming they have ever had. Meanwhile, back at Opaline's castle, Opaline was watching over all the ponies. "Enjoy your holiday for now, ponies," she said. "I will soon come for you." The end.